This video is sponsored by Miniswap. Alright you lot, welcome back. It's been a little while since the last video, apologies for that, there's been a lot going on, but we're back in action. We're back in action and we've got some new miniatures to check out. We're going to start with some stuff that was revealed yesterday because I'm really excited for these. Like, I am actually quite excited. It's Warhammer Heroes. It's back, except it's AOS this time, and frankly, they look brilliant, even if there is something of a, what's the right phrase for this? Like a bullshit caveat attached to it, which is a shame. But the actual miniatures look great. So this is the group. So you've got 7 different lads and lasses right there. I'm looking forward to seeing the Witchfinder, Witch Hunter. Either way, like, that will be shown off sooner rather than later, I'm sure. But for now, we just get a silhouette, which makes it blatantly obvious what it is. But hey, you know what? Still looks good. Even the silhouette looks good, so that's nice. So characters-wise, we've got Archknight Kenzo, we've got Colourbearer Brigson, Wilder Core Hunter Call Durnan, oh dear, I'm really struggling with the names this time, Forge Priest Brother Belias, Pyrocaster Ignis Shan, and Fusil-Trooper Brenwick. There's also a mysterious 7th cat. Mysterious? Yeah, sure, very mysterious. We couldn't possibly guess what's going on right there, could we? Oh wait, we've actually already done that because it's not mysterious in the slightest. I mean, I guess the character name's going to be a mystery, but whatever. Alright, let's go through this lot one by one, starting with, this is Ignis, I believe. I'm going to have to keep scrolling up to remind myself, aren't I? Ignis Shan, this lad. This, for my money, solid start. Really solid start. He looks brilliant. I really like the staff. The staff is simple, but, like, I don't know, strong. The fact it's all metal is nice, and that kind of lantern head at the top really does it for me. Not really sure why, I just really, really like it. Also, the way it's been painted, where you've got this kind of bluey green magic turning into, like a, what is it? What's the thing? Like a correlate? No. Oh no. There's a specific word that flame's doing, but I can't remember what it is. It begins with K, which is massively helpful. Overall, really good. Really good. I like the faceplate that's going on there. Extremely sinister, quite scary. The way that you've got these different, like, holes over the mouth to allow for breathing is a very nice touch. I like that a lot. The hair is suitably flamey, but not too over the top. It's nice. The cloak looks fantastic, as does, like, just the whole outfit, actually. The whole outfit looks really good. That long coat with the cloak over the top. I do like the way they've painted the, like, edges on that cloak. They've gone a bit non-metallic metal there, which is kind of fun. But overall, absolutely solid. The pose is really good. We have got a bit of, like, is it tactical rock when it's fantasy? I feel like more a heroic rock feels better for fantasy miniatures. A heroic rock, then. But, to be fair, I think it's offset by the flame effect that's coming off the bottom of the staff. I think that's a very nice touch. It looks great. It's absolutely fantastic. Just overall, very fun, very cool miniature. The belts going across the chest and around the waist there, I like those a lot. I really like the kind of embroidery that's going on the clothes. Like, under the coat, you've got a bit of, like, wizard robe going on at the front there. And it looks really nice. I like it. I'm an absolute sucker for those, like, potion bottles that they do as well, where they do super sharp edge highlights across, like, the different segments, but then you've also got this kind of glow effect from the bottom. I absolutely love the way they paint those. They always look fantastic, and it always makes me want to paint them exactly like that, which is a real shame because I can't. Actually, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. I'm actually talking myself down a bit here. I absolutely could, but frequently by the time I get to doing that, I've had enough of painting that model, so I can't be arsed. That's different. That's a different thing. I should specify that's a very different thing. That's not talent, that's effort. And really, it's my own fault that I don't do it, isn't it? But yeah, he looks absolutely great. Really like that guy. Then, oh yes. Now this is the kind of nonsense that I'm here for. We have got a helmet styled like the skull of a drake. I think there might actually be bits of drake attached to the helmet, or maybe it's just been dipped in gold or something. But then we've got the big cloak as well, made from the hide of a drake, a small one, presumably, but we've still got the tail. We've still got the tail. It's silly, but I do like it. I like it a lot. It does make me think tiefling, but no, it's just a trophy. The armor looks fantastic. I really like the pauldrons. They're very cool. The sword, I mean, it's a relatively simple, big old two-handed greatsword. Therefore, I'm in favour. It's easy. It's easy when it comes to swords. If it's big, preferably about the same size as the person wielding it, I like it, and that's really that's all there is to it. Don't need any more complicated than that. That's fine. I do like the texture difference going on here. You've got the armor, but then you've also got the chainmail down the front. You've got a bit of like decorated cloth, a kind of embossed look as well, and you've got this scaly sort of drake hide, which is very cool. And again, I like the fact that the tail's been left on. Is it a little bit silly? I think it's fair to say it is. Is it also kind of cool? Yes, I think it is. It looks like that's a moulded base as well. So rather than it being a blank base with some stuff to stick on, I think it might be either moulded or there's a topper as part of the kit. Just from the way the foot is sinking perfectly into the ground there. I mean, it looks great. It looks really, really nice. The helmet, I'm not, I don't know. I like it, but I almost wish there was a visor as well. Or that it kind of went down so that the actual Drake's head was the visor. That would be kind of neat. But overall, very solid character. Very solid. It's hard to mess up mixing some proper bulky plate armor with, you know, the corpse of a mythical creature. It's difficult to screw that up, and they didn't. They've kept it decent here. Now, before we go any further, I have some excellent news for you. If you're looking to get rid of some of your unwanted miniatures, or you're looking to grab some stuff secondhand to expand a new project, you should be checking out Miniswap. Miniswap is the online marketplace for your miniatures, made by hobbyists for hobbyists. It is a way for you to shift on some of your pile of potential. That stuff that you know you're never going to get round to, but that other people want, you can sell that on Miniswap. Likewise, if you are looking to start a new project or expand an existing one, you should head over to Miniswap, because 9 times out of 10, what is for sale there will be cheaper than buying from Games Workshop, or in some cases third-party retailers as well. There's a bunch of different browsing options. You can decide whether you're looking for stuff that's new in box, new on sprue, partially or fully assembled, or you can filter by bits if you're doing a kit bashing project. Plus, if you want to skip a few steps, you can, if you want to, search for models that have already been primed all the way up to fully painted to a pro standard. If you sign up to Miniswap using my link in the description and the pinned comment down below, you'll get 0% seller commission for the first 90 days and free shipping on your first order. Thank you very much to Miniswap for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to looking at some fancy new models. Okay, so that was Arch Knight Kenzo. Who have we got next? That'll be Fusil-Trooper Brenwick? Probably Brennick, right? I'm guessing. Oh god, I love the shields. I just love the shields on the Fusiliers for the for the City of Sigmar lot. They're just really, really fun. When they've got those cutouts for being able to place the guns through, just looks absolutely solid every single time. And that is a very cool weapon. That is excellent. Is that... hang on. No, for a second there, I thought that was a flamethrower version of that weapon, but I don't think that it is. It does look good, though. The blade having those like crosses stamped into it is a lovely touch. Really, really like that. I mean, this is a model where, like, the unit it comes from, the overall aesthetic for them, I'm just a massive fan of. I love these. They all look great. Without fail, there is not a bad sculpt among them, in my opinion, and this just kind of follows that trend, where you have a one-off character from a overall like unit and army that has got such a strong and fun aesthetic. They would have to really put some proper work in to mess this up. And again, much like Ignis, the first lad, they simply haven't done that. Looks fantastic. Looks absolutely great. The tabard is brilliant. I like the gorget. That's very cool. You can see the chainmail underneath. Really like that. The shield, as always, is solid. Can't get enough. And a gun that is also a big old halberd / poleaxe. I mean, what's not to like? What's not to like here? You can shoot them from afar, and then when they get close, you've got... I mean, what is, let's be honest, going to be quite a weighty blade to absolutely smack them about with. Also, the helmet has got 2 small cannons crossed over, sticking out the top of it. Now, if that doesn't tell you what this person does, nothing will. Very much wearing the job on the hat. I was going to say wearing the heart on the sleeve, but that's a different saying. I think that works better than job on the hat, though. That doesn't really mean anything. Anyway, the ironwork on the top of the shield is grand. I like the little carvings we've got in the bottom of the shield as well. Oh, looks solid. Looks absolutely solid. another fun base. We are definitely, we've got a strong move towards the heroic rock for these, but they are all technically like sort of characters, so it makes sense. You want to have that emphasis, even if it's a little bit samey. But then I guess you also want to have them as part of a theme, so when you've got all of them together, they're not in wildly different basing situations. So I get it, it's fine. Here we have Call Durnan from the Wilder Corps. How many again? Really nice. Really solid. Big old crossbow. For a minute I struggled to work out what that was, but it is a big old crossbow. I'm not sure what's I think he's got like a pack full of supplies, and then on top of that pack, I think that is like a bunch of crossbow bolts that are kind of laying over it. It's just the angle is, I would have liked to have seen him turned a little bit more to like the left, just so more of the detail on the crossbow was visible. That would have been nice. But he still looks great. I think that's a decent bear head sculpt as well. The expression is good. Looks very noble, but purposeful. I think that's the best way to put it. Again, the armor looks fantastic. I do like how more lightly armored the Wilder Corps guys are. So they've got like a couple of kind of overlapping metal pauldrons going on. They have a bit of reinforcement on the greaves there, specifically over the knees. But the rest of the armor is mostly like leather and cloth and stuff. It makes them a lot more agile. It makes them look a lot more kind of lightly kitted out, more capable for things like scouting or ambushing. I think the overall look of them, it's still consistent with the rest of the Cities of Sigmar range, but there is a distinct separation in terms of like, you can guess what their purpose is compared to the more heavily armored units. It's a nice way of kind of keeping very similar design cues, but having units that actually look sufficiently different that at a glance, well, that guy's clearly Wilder Corps. That is not part of like the Fusiliers or whatever. There is a distinct stylistic difference whilst the themes kind of stay the same. Same thing with the fact that it got things like crossbows rather than massive, heavy guns as well. It's just, it works. It works nicely. I really like it. This, I'm guessing, is Forge Priest Brother Belias. Belias, I shouldn't have doubted myself. I was right there with it. We've got some fun wheel motifs going on here. Big old wheel on the back of the dude. I like the candles. The candles with all the melted wax. Oh, they look so good. They look really, really good. The hourglass looks fantastic. I really like that, although obviously a lot of that is down to how it's been painted, which is extremely well. Big old thick rope he's hanging onto for that as well. For some reason, the fact he's got one glove is weirding me out, but I couldn't really tell you why. I don't have a good reason for that. Just doesn't look quite right. I think because the gloved hand is holding the rope, whereas the non-gloved hand is holding the really, really big hammer. Like, that is a properly big hammer. It looks oddly unbalanced. Also, things like having a bit of chainmail. You've got this really thick belt with the decoration on it. You've got this huge book. And then across all of that, robe, etc., you've got this hood, which looks kind of janky and barely sewn together. And then this wheel with the melted dribbly candles, which are fantastic, but then held on by frayed rope. It looks like certain parts of the outfit have had real investment into them, and the rest simply hasn't. I mean, for a start, he hasn't got a robe that fits. He's properly just letting it all hang out there, which, his prerogative. Absolutely his choice. He's got some good beard action going on, but he's also wearing, I was going to say sandals, but it looks more like impromptu sandals. Like, it's just, here's a plank of wood, here's some strips of leather, that'll do. That's fine. We don't need to go over the top. Whatever. I do really like that hammer, though. That hammer is fantastic. It looks absolutely massive. Like, really, really painful no matter which end you're being hit by or poked. I mean, it's got a bit of a point on the end. He could absolutely poke you with that, and you would not enjoy it. And finally, we've got Colour Bearer Brigson, who looks decent. Decent, nothing wrong with him. I would just like to see a sword. Just a sword would be nice, but he has got a trumpet. So, well, it's more a horn, isn't it? It's not a trumpet. It's not. I don't see any valves or keys on that there instrument, so it's definitely not a trumpet. But he looks decent. I think the problem is all the others look like such clear, they all look like main characters, whereas this just looks like a bloke with a banner, which is absolutely fine, not a problem, because that's essentially what's going on. The banner does look decent, looks hefty. I do like the sort of snapping element they've got going on with the ends of the cloth there. That's very nice. And the fact that, just a small thing, but the fact that the, like, ribbon on the helmet is flowing the same way as the banner, and the sash has got a little bit of that going on as well. It's just nice. It's just nice. Nice little detail. Works super well. Now, for me, I think these all look fantastic. They all look, at the very least, decent, all the way up to really, really good. But, as I said right at the start, there is something of a bullshit element. Now, it's not new to this iteration of Warhammer Heroes, unfortunately. I think it was implemented with, maybe not the last lot, but the lot before. Whenever it was, it used to be that if you bought, 8 boxes, so like a full set, as we say here, display units, 8 blind boxes. If you bought a display unit, then you would get all of the sculpts. And then they changed that. That no longer happens. In fact, if you buy a display unit with 8 blind boxes in it, there's no guarantee that you will get all 7 miniatures if you buy a full dispenser of 8 boxes. Now, the reason they're doing this, obviously, is because people want to get all 7 miniatures, and so if you buy a box of 8 and you know that you are going to get all 7, there is no incentive for you to continue buying them after that unless you plan on scalping the shit out of people later on at some point. So obviously they've changed it because they want people to just keep buying the boxes over and over and over again until they get all 7. It makes absolute sense. It's also trash and I hate it. Like, it's one of those things where, yeah, I mean, obviously, if you are really hungry for the money, this is the way to do it. You make it so that people will have to just keep buying until they get all of the things that they're looking for. But that doesn't make it any less garbage, which is exactly what it is. So my suggestion for this sort of thing would be, if you are someone who wants to try and collect all of these, maybe try and coordinate with other people who have a similar desire. Try and work out a way where, instead of just endlessly buying stuff over and over again, if you've got a few people who really want all 7, you also want all 7, try and coordinate a bit, swap out things where you've got doubles, just make it so that you are not constantly going after it and after it and after it, because that is effectively what they want. And it's nice to have all of them. I would really like to have all of these models. I'm not buying like 25 boxes to get 7. That's simply not happening. They can, I think the polite term is fuck right off with that. Yeah, coordinate, work together, do it that way. Don't just keep buying out of FOMO, because no, don't do that. Anyway, enough of that. This lot looks solid, really nice miniatures. It's a shame that you can't just get all 7 when you buy the box of 8, but work with other people to get those collections going instead, and don't let FOMO wreck you. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you thought of that lot in the comments down below. Thank you very much to Miniswap for sponsoring the video. Again, remember to check them out using the link in the description and in the pinned comment, and I will see you all for the next one.